Today we're going to look into the history of this famously known Winchester house. We will dig up the roots that lie behind the walls of this ginormous mansion and the secrets it holds. The mansion has stairs and passageways that lead to dead ends and doors that would lead straight to your death. This is a place you should never explore alone. To better understand the story, let's dive into the man that started it all. In 1866, a man by the name of Oliver Winchester established a gun and ammunition company, which today is famously known for their Winchester rifles. Winchester rifles were one of the most popular and leading American manufacturers at the end of the 1800s, and still today is one of the most well-known brands in the world. Oliver would die in 1880 and the company would be handed over to his 43-year-old son, William Winchester. But William would die from tuberculosis only 4 months later, and William's now widow, Sara Winchester, would move from her home in New Haven, Connecticut and head west to California. She would use her inheritance, which was over $500 million in today's dollars, to buy land and build what is famously known today as the Winchester House. Just to throw in there, Sara would also receive a daily income of about $1,000, which is equivalent of about $27,000 in today's dollars. With all that money, there was really not a limit to what she could do. So once she arrived in California in 1881, she would look around and was able to find a small unfinished farmhouse on some land in San Jose. She started building on from the small farmhouse, and she would continue to build non-stop around the clock until her death in 1922. Once the house was completed, or should I say, when construction stopped, the home would end up being over 24,000 square feet with a total of 160 rooms, with 40 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms, and get this, 6 kitchens. How many kitchens do you need? That's a lot of kitchens. The house is probably one of the most unique homes in America. The home also holds the world record for the longest built home, which took 38 years to construct. The house also stood at one point with 7 floors until an earthquake in 1906, which they would reconstruct the home to now 4 floors. The home has a very dark and unusual history to it. It was said that Sara was visited by a medium who told her that she needed to move from her home in New Haven, Connecticut and move out west to continually build a new home for her and the spirits of the people who fell victim to the Winchester rifle. So with the ongoing construction never stopping, she would have builders and workers at her house building around the clock, even through the night. There are doors that open and lead to nowhere, and doors that open and lead straight to the floors below. Better make sure when you open a door in this house that you look before walking in, or you just might fall to your death. There are stairways that just lead to nowhere. In fact, you can see that one of the stairways leads right up to the ceiling. There are over 10,000 windows in this home, and some of them overlook other rooms in the house. Many say that this house is so haunted that many who have entered the house has felt some type of weird and strange presence, as though they're being watched. When Sara Winchester died in 1922, the construction stopped and the home would be auctioned off to a local investor for over $135,000. And from there, the house would be leased out to John and Mamie Brown, who would purchase the mansion the next year in 1923, which they would end up opening up the home to the public for tours. Today, the home is owned by the descendants of John and Mamie Brown and is still open to the public for tours. Would you truly explore this home alone and at night? Here's a little bit of history for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace, I love you, and as always, God bless.